he just went low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open his head wide open. Cracked open his amazing.
And welcome everyone, it's MarioMan 2100 back again with Mario Kart Wii for the Nintendo Wii. Not Peach Kart, as much as Princess Peach might say it is, but we're back again, and as you can see the button on the bottom of the screen changed, because I'm playing with the GameCube controller now. Last controller type that we actually have to play with, so next we'll be playing as Yoshi. We've played with Wild Wing, we just unlocked the Turbo Blue part, so we might as well use that now. And now we've got the Lightning Cup. With some of the harder tracks in the game. Obviously not the hardest, of course, but in terms of some of the retro tracks that we have here, some of them are difficult. Like the fact that the fireworks in the background is actually making the controller rumble with the vibration feature. It's pretty cool. So Mario Circuit 3 from Super Mario Kart. I was going to say Super Mario Circuit, but that's not right. I'm going to get back into the swing of things here. So not much of this track has changed. And of course this did come back in Booster Course Pass as well. And there was a decent track in there as well. I do like Mario Circuit 3. I think that it is a good track from Super Mario Kart. It's definitely very classic. That's the only real... They've only really brought it into 3D, I think, this track. That's about it. Because the speed booster at the end of the track is also the same. And it's very much like Ghost Valley 2 is in this game, where it very much feels like the original track. So of course this is my Smash Bros. 4 GameCube controller I'm using, because it is one of the, I think, 3 GameCube controllers I actually have. I used to have 4 of them, but I have my Smash Bros. 4 one, which I've used probably the most, apart from my white GameCube controller, which I think I've featured in videos before at some stage, but that was the third-party controller, and it wasn't as great with the analog stick, we'll say. The analog stick kept getting stuck. It was like Joy-Con drift before Joy-Con drift was even a thing. They kept sticking. I have one with my GameCube controller, one with my actual GameCube, which I ended up buying off a friend quite a few years ago. I still have it. And the other one is my Smash Bros. Ultimate GameCube controller, which I've actually never used. So that one's actually been in storage in its box the entire time, and I have not used it. Now here's a lovely track from DS. I think this one actually kind of deserves a little bit to be in this game, to be a track that from DS that was included in the first game after DS. Peach Gardens is fantastic, and I think it's great here. I think that the version in the Booster Course Pass in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably the best way that they had this track in general, because I like the surprise. You can even hear the surprise back on my first impressions video of wave 3 or 4. Wave 3 I think it was, if memory serves me right, but I could be completely wrong. But I like the fact that we could go backwards with this track and going the opposite direction. Off the do like the addition, like the ramps were there back in the original track, so I guess, you know, tricks being added into this game wasn't a bad thing. But I do like the structure of this track. I think it is great. Music's great on it as well. I think it's a classic track. But again, I think that 8 Deluxe's factor of having a turn and having an opening on the hedge there to go backwards on the track, I think was a great addition to that track. I think it added, it's a little bit like the idea of Daisy Cruiser, with it coming to Mario Kart 7 and thinking, oh yeah, well the other side of that track is open now, like at the start, what does it have on it, and it didn't really have anything. This track was actually quite the opposite, where it was like, oh okay, they kind of expanded an idea on, oh, you know, it's kind of cool that we do have, you know, another side of the track that we could use, but there's not going to be much there, and it's just a surprise to everyone on how the way that they structured that alternate route and surprise, I think, was fantastic. Love it. Love the chain jumps as well. The fact that the item blocks are behind it like a chain on the chain jump, I think is great. Oh, accidentally hit the hedge there, sorry. The multi-moles can definitely do some damage as well. But I love this track. I think that this track was well deserved to be a addition to the Retro Cups in this game in particular, because I think that like tracks like Waluigi Pinball, Shroom Ridge, like some tracks are better than some of the track choices in this game. But I think that Peach Gardens, I think, is definitely up there as probably one of the best from DS. Honestly, that might be my opinion, but I love the design of the track. I love the music of it. Now we go to a track that I kind of do like, but kind of indifferent to it. I think that ultimately, I think that DK Mountain from Double Dash is a good track. But the fact that we got, you know, a couple in DS, this one being in the game, it's not really too much a surprise, but the fact that some of the turns in this are very much one of those things where, oh geez, that was a bullet bill coming out of nowhere. That's backwards. can't remember. Is it C stick for tricks? I can't remember. I can't remember if you do tricks with the. Oh, it's D-pad. Okay. I was like, I'm sure you can do tricks on the GameCube controller. I couldn't remember how to do them, but yeah, D-pad is definitely an interesting decision. But I think it works. I think it probably works better than the C-stick does, honestly. Well, I meant to throw that backwards, but okay. Just hope that doesn't come back at me and hits me in the face. I hear it behind me. I do like the additions of ramps here. One thing I will say about the D-pad idea is the fact that you can hold the different directions to change the tricks that you do. I thought I held the direction there, but apparently I did not. Oh my god, I hit a boulder. Sorry if you heard that, that was my phone going off. I hit Peach with items there. Apparently I did not, but oh, that's a double baby Peach hit there. Yeah, that's what happens in your future there, Princess Peach. Double whoop-de-wop with a fucking green shell, double green shells. I do like the fact, like in Double Dash, that the characters would go, like the voice actors would go crazy off those jumps. Oh, I missed the other jump. Now, like, it is very rocky, like a very rocky track, so I was going to say I only went short because I knew if I did a trick and went like decently high off that curved ramp, I was going to get hit by that red shell in the front rather than in the back. And it wouldn't have broke my item, it would have fucking hit me. Yeah, I gotta get used to the D-pad. I keep forgetting that's the thing. At least I can do tricks in this one rather than the fucking classic controller, because I don't know, whatever I did, it wasn't working. It might be D-pad on that one as well, I just didn't even notice, but I thought I pressed the D-pad and it just didn't work. But anyway, we go to N64 Bowser's Castle. Now ultimately Mario Kart games have had previous Bowser Castle tracks return as tracks from previous games. I do like the design of this one. This very much feels like like it was in the Special Cup, obviously, because it's Bowser's Castle. But it definitely feels like a Lightning Cup track in terms of design, ultimately. Not well, just blow up before the item. Like, when you get the item and don't lose it. A little bit of strategy there. I love the music on this one. It's so good. clickety clack of the GameCube controller. One thing I do like about it, I do like the clickety clack a little bit, like the structure of that. Having that sound is very classic. Wish more controllers would do that, like actual official controllers rather than like third-party ones. But I don't really play a lot of third-party controllers anymore. Apart from like my PS2, like I've got like older third-party. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that I will not like about the GameCube controller in terms of structuring in this game, is that the power block is going to make me spin. And I might give the GameCube controller, I'll mainly be using my normal Wii Remote and Nunchuck combination, but if I ever feel like I want to play the GameCube controller with that, or the Wii wheel, like the Wii Remote alone, I might go with that, because I do like the fact that the GameCube controller does feel very good for this game. And ultimately, like, that's one of the things I do like about Mario Kart Wii, and I mentioned it in my review as well, the fact that you can play the game 4 different ways on this system, including like the previous gen's controller. And they did it really good for Smash as well, and Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart Wii does well with that structure as well. I think the Wii benefited from that, from having backwards compatibility with GameCube, because there's a lot of good GameCube GameCube controllers. There is some good GameCube controllers, good GameCube games that could be played backwards compatible on this system, and yeah, I think the fact that they went with that, arguably probably one of the best controllers that Nintendo or any developer has ever put out. The GameCube controller feels very natural. Like, this is coming from a guy that strictly was a PlayStation guy for a long time, because I didn't have a Nintendo home console until the Wii, but like the GameCube controller feels so good. Feels so comfortable to play. Just had to throw that around my banana peel, I just didn't want to break it. And there we go. Oh, that's another blue shell. Out of nowhere, the blue bug getting slim, getting the 6th and 7th again. Getting really close there. Wow. King Boo with 2 points. Just seen that, oh my god, that's embarrassing. Well, this is Time Paradox. So yeah, like I was speaking about, like Baby Peach, you know, Yoshi and Baby Peach being in the top 3, kind of, wouldn't say poetic, but, you know, it's that type of feeling. It's like, yeah, that seems justified. I love the design of this one though. This is arguably probably one of the best trophies that they've got in the game, design-wise. And we technically get the credits. Now I will let this play through. It's not the end of the Let's Play, obviously, because we've still got plenty of time for that. We've got more characters to play, we've got more CCs to play with as well, got more battle modes as well, so... But I love this track. I mean, I like the second part of the credits track, but this part of it is pretty damn good too. I think arguably, like, Wii secretly has a really great soundtrack. I still preferred probably DS over Wii's soundtrack just because there's so many damn good tracks in it, like in terms of music tracks. But god damn. Oh yeah, it's my me apparently for whatever reason is the head of Luigi for whatever reason. I like that they use the speed boosters to get around everybody. That's pretty cool. I wonder if we'll play the extra version, because it's not the full credits. It does. I love this track. Love this part of the credits theme. This is great. I like with the vision that they have of the game, like in the gameplay in the background. It very much, like, in some areas it actually does match up with the music. I think when I have more characters in that unlocked as well, it will do better, because it has more characters to choose from. So it's a bit unstructured when you have everybody unlocked. I think the credits, I think, does change. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it does. Oh no, well we got Daisy there, so probably not. Oh, that was a nice shot right there through the between the car and the wall there. But like this music just hypes you up to race well. Then we have the Wario bike, which of course made another appearance in Smash Bros. Brawl, which I think is great. I think that adds Wario's like main vehicle in WarioWare and in this game in particular. I think there's a reason that the Wario bike does return eventually. I think it shows up as a playable option in Mario Kart 7 or 8. It still makes me sad seeing his name every time. Like, I could imagine what it would be like of Satoru Iwata seeing how the company has grown since his passing. It just to see the heights that it goes to. Now you can post this to the Wii message board. I'm not going to do that, obviously. But it is a nice little feature. And we can play as Diddy Kong.